This is the Illini Basketball Podcast, episode 60, which you know what that means. The important thing is we're halfway to 120. And we're doing it on a game day and a couple hours before a game. So I don't really know how we're going to go about doing these episodes. I would assume, what do you think?
I have no idea.
This jacket is really hot. My God. I don't think I can wear this.
May do one tomorrow morning after. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Well, in terms of the ones that we're going to do, I think best case for us in terms of figuring out episodes if they lose tonight, but we don't want that. So
exactly,
it's
not going to happen.
Did you just jinx the entire thing? Wow. Jeez.
So
did we even put down that we're going to predictions wise? I mean,
I did not put any predictions.
I'm just going to throw that in there and then you can
I'll tell you live.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to make up a score and there you go. We'll go from there.
Okay. Sounds good.
Anyway, Illinois will play Rutgers in a rematch. I wanted this. I did. I didn't want to play Indiana for the third time. I'm not saying I wanted it because I think Rutgers is bad. I think they're as good as anybody in the Big Ten for the most part when they're actually playing well. And when Ron Harper Jr. isn't, eating various donut types, which you basically said the last time we talked about him. He's a good player, but he struggled ever since that Illinois game. I mean, Ron Harper Jr. has really fallen off of a cliff. And,
he has. It seems like he forces everything a lot. And good for other teams that he's forcing things. But
the key for Rutgers is their defense.
Yeah.
And they played well defensively against Indiana, albeit Indiana's a broken team who's done. But
yeah, and they did. You look at the first time that Illinois played them, the score was 91-88. So
in regulation.
Yeah, not a real defensive power.
But this is now postseason play.
Yeah, and Illinois' defense has gotten better. Rutgers' defense has gotten better. But Illinois gave up 54 points in the second half when they played the first time. Big key is going to be how well Kofi plays against Miles Johnson. Miles Johnson has gotten a lot better. He gave Kofi some fits the first time they played. Kofi shot 50% from the field. Still had 17 points, but just getting him going against Miles Johnson is going to be huge.
One of the best defenders in the country.
Yeah, and great rebounder. And that's where I think Kofi kind of struggles a bit in the rebounding category. I can't remember how many Johnson had yesterday, but I think he had like six offensive rebounds in the first half. So that's going to be a battle down there. It looks like he had 13 rebounds total, but 6 offensive rebounds in the first half was unreal. So
yeah,
I don't know. They did say that Io is wearing his mask everywhere. Around he's wearing an apparent wore it like 3 days straight or something. Getting used to it, so I don't think that he really struggled with it anyways. But they're all locking in. Everybody said they were going silent on social media. Curbelo said the same thing. Io did. I believe that Ace Wolf is still putting stuff up on Instagram, but he's got to keep that brand going.
Yeah,
so.
He's got to do that.
It's okay. It's okay.
I was going to say the three ball wasn't falling for Indiana or Rutgers yesterday.
Yeah.
Rutgers 26%, Indiana 12%.
That's not good.
I think the key for Illinois in the Big Ten tournament is it's nothing of what anyone would say. Like it's not Io, it's not Kofi, it's not Ace Wolf, it's not DeMonte, it's not Georgie or Sandro Mumakashvili. Same guy.
Brothers, obviously.
Andre Curbelo.
Yes.
Because if he keeps playing the way he is, I don't know who's beating this team when they're playing well. I know.
Right. The way Curbelo has taken over that point guard spot too also takes a lot off Io. Not having to handle the ball as much. We'll see what Curbelo we get. Hopefully we get the one that's been playing the last few days or last few games, and not the one that's turned the ball over a lot. But I think that he has started to figure it out. So hopefully that carries over. This team, I know they're locked in, like I said, and hopefully they can make a run. I don't, it's the Big Ten. Anything can happen in the tournament. You don't know, but
I hope
hope
this isn't. I hope this isn't a letdown.
game. I think Illinois opened as a 7.5 point favorite.
I saw it at 8. I saw it at 8 earlier.
So it's moving already, but I don't know.
I don't even care about lines at this point for the Big Ten tournament.
Right.
What I do know is it's probably good that the Big Ten's in Indianapolis. I think that's huge for them.
Yeah.
Because the only conferences that have really had major issues, I know that the MEAC had an issue where Norfolk State was automatically sent into the finals after one win because of North Carolina A&T, who Illinois beat earlier in the season, so we could tie that in to Illinois. And I know that Kansas and Virginia and Duke had their issues. Yeah. But the Big Ten's been fine all season. Last week, there was no issues with any of the conference tournaments. You had Missouri Valley got done. You had the Atlantic Sun get done. You had the Ohio Valley get done. So it's just a very small percentage. And I think Virginia and Kansas will probably play in the tournament. I'm confident in that. And we knew this was going to be a mess because they didn't space anything out. That's why you can never expect the NCAA to do the right thing.
Do you think just not doing conference tournaments would have been the right thing? I mean, that way you give them 2 weeks and then you start the tournament.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think
I don't know what the right answer is. I do agree with you that being in Indy is good. I know that Illinois packed for a month. Like they're packed and they're staying. They're not going anywhere until, they get knocked out of the tournament. So
yeah, and the other thing that I think is that they should have had a way to fit. You could do it to where you had a gap between the end of conference tournaments and then a couple of weeks between the selection show and the tournament. Yeah. Like the fact that they're doing the selection show and then having the tournament start 4 days later is not great when you have so many teams coming into Indy.
What was moving them a day back doing? That literally makes no sense. And I saw somewhere that like teams that are automatic bids or automatic qualifiers, or think that they're going to get in, they have to tell the NCAA by tomorrow at 11 o'clock if they have a COVID positive. So why would you? Why wouldn't you just get out to Indy and then if you test positive, then you're
the whole thing is so stupid. The NCAA has no idea what they're doing. And I'm glad the referees in the Big Ten are trying to hand Wisconsin or trying to hand Ohio State another win. I mean, my God, yesterday was the same thing against whoever the hell they played.
I can't remember. It's been a long day already.
To Ohio State. Yeah, I'm going to get this. Hang on.
The long pause is always helpful.
Yeah, I don't know who they played.
I got you. They played
Liddell traveled. Yeah, Liddell traveled at the end.
Yeah.
Didn't call it. Got the ball away. Same thing with Wisconsin last night. Like they gave Davison that timeout. That was ridiculous. Yeah. Ridiculous.
Jumping out of bounds. I guess you can still do that.
They give him the timeout.
I thought that they got rid of it. I thought they made it a rule that you couldn't do that anymore, but apparently it's not true.
Yeah, so Purdue's gonna have a chance to tie or win. All right. I think the Ohio State game for Illinois was very encouraging going into this.
Yeah.
I think he had Io back and Curbelo didn't stop what he was doing. The only guy that kind of struggled that you could have thought would have been better was Miller, but he's been up and down all season. So
yeah. I think they had a great run in the regular season. Lost to Michigan State, but other than that, what they've won 12 out of 13 now or something. So hopefully they've learned a lot. They're going to come in hopefully hungry. Over the talk of should Illinois have been co-champs or whatever, I think they moved past that pretty quick, a lot quicker than the fan base did. So I'm just looking forward to it. I'm just happy that we're playing basketball. We're playing a tournament, and hopefully Illinois can make a deep run. So
we'll find out. We'll circle back to this game later, and I guess do the prediction then. Probably do all the other stuff in between.
Oh, did you put a thing? Oh, okay.
Did I? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do a prediction at the end.
Illini Awards.
Go ahead.
What are we going to talk about with the awards? Did they do something cool? I'm kind of watching this Purdue Ohio State finish, but
No, I just wanted to mention, I'm sure people know, but Io and Kofi made first team All Big Ten. Trent made honorable mention and all defensive team. And Curbelo, I kind of was surprised about this. Wins sixth man of the year and also all freshman team. So really excited for Curbelo.
Jeez.
Apparently Purdue lost.
Nope.
Oh, not yet. He's getting fouled. Buckets.
Crazy finish.
Thought this was really cool.
Why doesn't he do that against Illinois? Him and Liddell are like the opposite. Like Liddell dominates Illinois. Travion, who's from Chicago, is terrible against Illinois.
Yeah, I don't. Liddell just doesn't like Illinois, I guess. So
yeah, they were saying on the broadcast earlier, I saw he's like, "Hey, chose to go to Ohio State over Illinois and a couple other schools." That I can't remember what else they mentioned. It was like Nebraska, Kansas, or something. It was Kansas State. It's like.
And the refs just let them play there. There's no foul called there at all.
Like, why is Liddell
like the guy's laying on him? But
why is Liddell the only player that has his recruiting mentioned in every single game he plays? Every single one. It's crazy.
Just because I don't know.
Because Illinois is good, and he didn't go to Illinois. He's from Illinois. That
wasn't Illinois' fault though.
Anyway, Andre Curbelo said, "I'm going to make it. I'm going to go D1. I'm going to be in a good school. We're going to go to the big dance, March Madness." What the hell does that mean?
He said that to one of his buddies growing up in Puerto Rico.
They don't like Curbelo, so I guess that's kind of the dogs that just went nuts. Not huge fans of Andre Curbelo, but I'm not that surprised that he got sixth man of the year. I don't really see who else is going to be in the Big Ten that's up for that would have a chance. Like, you look at someone on Ohio State like Justin Ahrens, who is an elite three-point shooter, probably didn't have enough playing time to do it. Shondy Brown's been a really good defensive guy off of the bench for Michigan. In terms of other guys, I don't really know who else you would have in that category. I'm not sure, as overtime is probably going to lead Illinois to playing later now, right? I mean, well, it's a break.
They got plenty of time in between games.
Unless it's like 5 overtimes. I always think that, but then I forgot the Big Ten spaced it out so much.
Yeah, they do that. They always do a first session and a second session. So
yeah, we'll get back to Illinois. We'll get back to Illinois here in a sec. I just want to say, overtime is great for Purdue. So we'll see what happens. And Purdue winning would be great for Illinois because you'd have Ohio State. If Purdue and Wisconsin win today, Illinois does not have to worry about winning this game. If Illinois wins this game, they probably won't have to worry after that, because if Illinois wins this game and then they lose to Iowa, I guess that would hurt them, but how much? Like, I think the gap is still pretty significant.
Right.
I don't think the committee is going to change. I think the committee is too conservative to change it that rapidly at the last minute.
Yeah, just for one game in the Big Ten tournament. I would agree.
Yeah, unless they're trying to give Illinois more motivation, which I wouldn't hate, but whatever.
Yeah. But anyway. Yeah, Brandon, not a good time to do the podcast, apparently.
It's hard for me not. I got 500 games in front of me. I can't focus. FutureCast for Podziemski. Is that his name?
Podziemski.
Couldn't get any wings for this season, but now they're all coming to us.
We got 9,000 wings coming and no scholarships to give them. So, but yeah, on Rivals, I can't remember the guy's name, but he's a beat writer for Kentucky and Louisville, apparently in that area. And he's been 100%, as you mentioned yesterday, in his FutureCast predictions. But Podziemski, their season wrapped up. I think he scored 47 in his sectional game that they got knocked out of. He was Wisconsin's Mr. Basketball this year. Has some crazy numbers. 35.1 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, 5.5 assists per game, 1.5 blocks per game, 60% from the field, 43% from three, 82% from the line, and his assist to turnover ratio is 2-1. So,
who's he playing against?
Wisconsin guys, small white guys, probably
our level.
I don't know what division he is. So
You can circle out 3 of these top 5 teams. I guarantee he's not going to those schools.
yeah, so Vandy, Vanderbilt,
Stackhouse, the loser, won't go.
Miami,
No chance, garbage.
Wake Forest.
Are you kidding me? Why would he waste his time there? Why would he go to Wake Forest when he could go to an actual good school?
And then I think it's going to be down to Kentucky and Illinois.
But the fact that there's a Kentucky guy saying Illinois is telling.
That's what gets me. So
How tall is he?
6 something.
Because I wish he could be like a
Obviously.
shooting guard, but I don't think that's.
He's another lefty too.
God, we gotta get Enoch for this all to make sense.
He's 6'5", 195,
He
shooting
couldn't-
guard. He is listed as a shooting guard.
But then I was seeing people yesterday saying he's definitely a wing and all this stuff.
Yeah,
He'll probably be 6'7"
I
when he
believe
gets
he's
here.
a 4-star. It looks like 4-star, 72 nationally, number 3 player in Wisconsin.
Is he a shooter? Is that what he does well?
He's a shooting guard, obviously.
So
shoots 60% from the field.
okay, so I'd like for him to play like the Justin Ahrens,
Mhm.
like 7th guy shooter.
I like that.
That would go over well. Now they need Kofi to stay, or they need Enoch to come for any of this to make sense.
Yeah, but I still don't know how they're going to do it with no.
I don't think anybody's actually worried about that except for you, so I'm just not going to care about that.
How
for
are you
now.
not worried about that?
I'll be worried
I mean,
about that in like 5 months.
If you don't have scholarships, you can't. You know.
I just think the future of the Big Ten is going to be whether you have a good big man or not.
Yeah.
And that's all that's going to matter.
True.
And Illinois doesn't have one behind Kofi as of right now. I mean, there's no way in hell Jermaine Hamlin will ever start a game unless he's here as a senior and it's senior night.
True.
Can Purdue get a freaking rebound here? My God.
Kipper can't rebound. Is that what you said?
Can Purdue get a rebound? And we do need Kipper back. What the hell? That was a weird play. Can't wait till you see that. Okay, Jesus.
So,
whoa! I got it.
anyways, yeah, and just like you mentioned before, I'm kind of worried about how the tournament's going to run. I know that it is what it is, but there's going to be teams knocked out. Underwood put out a great positive comment of, "I want to get through the Big Ten tournament without COVID. I want a 1 seed." So, yeah.
Do you think we're going to be dealing with this next season?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. Depends. But no. I'm going to go with no. I think after the summer, things will be open back up more. So.
What about 4th wave in the winter?
4th wave.
3rd wave or whatever
I
they
don't
say.
know. Hopefully people are vaccinated and hopefully we are herd immunized.
All right. Are we going to keep this as a 20-minute episode?
I mean, I guess. What else do you want to talk about?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
I know you like your 1.5 hour long episodes, but
I mean, a nice short and sweet one when there's not that much to talk about is good.
right. So predictions.
I will take the Illini to win 70-64. So last time I thought it was going to be, I think I had my prediction in the 50s last time they played. That was way off. I thought it was going to be like last year.
Yeah.
But
I'll take Illinois to win 72-65. So I'm not picking Illinois to lose another game. So.
It's hard to win two against a team in a year. It's hard to win two.
Yeah. I hope that they come out hungry after that loss. That game ended up 3 points, but they were down 10 with 2 minutes. I mean, it wasn't a close 3-point game. So
yeah, both teams are a lot different too.
And it's nice to be able to play teams that you want to get revenge on too. Illinois only lost to 4 Big Ten teams. So it's going to be nice to be able to play a team that get a little revenge. It always
so Rutgers defensively is better. Ron Harper Jr. is worse. Geo Baker is kind of the same.
Yeah.
He hasn't been as good this year as I thought he'd be.
Right.
Then you have Miles Johnson is better. Jacob Young is probably better.
The only thing that worries me
is better, right?
is that Rutgers has already played, and you see these teams come out that haven't played yet.
Depth perception.
They're having a hard time shooting. Apparently,
that's my number one worry for Illinois.
The depth perception's not very good. So, making a few early baskets is going to be big for them. I think once you start seeing the ball go through the hoop, it really changes things. But that's my only worry is how are they going to shoot on the hoop, with that. So why on earth would they have 2 3-point lines? Or is the women's championship game going to be played here or something?
That's the only reason I could think of as to why that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So,
but anyway, we'll be back sometime at some point in the near future. That's tomorrow, I guess, probably. I don't know. This is a nice short episode, not too long to listen to. You can listen to it before the game, still 2 hours before the game. So we'll catch you at some point soon. Didn't mention Gonzaga in this episode.
Don't let us down, baby.
They probably need to not do that. So,
yes.
All right. Jesus, Purdue's screwed. All right, Illinois plays in 2 hours. We'll see you. Then we won't see you, but we'll see you tomorrow. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know what else.